Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to our You'll Never Walk Alone WhatsApp group and YouTube channel. What can I say? Nottingham Forest 1, Liverpool 0, Premier League, first game of the weekend. The whole fucking weekend now just to watch and listen to bullshit now for the rest of the weekend. It's so fucking depressing. It was obviously at the City Ground. Great stadium. It was always a great stadium. Fantastic club. So, what do I say? Congratulations to Nottingham Forest. That's the first thing, and probably the only thing that makes sense at the minute. If they played a system that looked familiar, it's the system we played against Manchester City. We sat back, gave them the ball, hit them on the break, had a better opportunities, and won the game 1-0. Does that sound familiar? Yeah. We can't be surprised, because if we're going to get beaten by a team that we shouldn't get beaten by, this is how they fucking beat us every time. And without Thiago, we got nothing. We've no creativity. We created nothing. The only saves the goalkeeper had to make was in the last 4 or 5 minutes, and they were all from fucking free kicks and corners, from set pieces, which were fucking abysmal today. We had 14 corners or 12 corners or something, and we did nothing with any of them. It's frustrating because, look, Nottingham Forest played the low block. We all know what the low block means at this point. I don't need to give explanations. And for that to succeed, you need home support to be fucking raucous, which they were. Which gives the players a big lift, and we should know because we have the Anfield. We have the Anfield experience to go by, and we know that it does change results. So you need the fans behind you. You need the manager to instill discipline in their team, which he has, and that they'll run through brick walls for him, which they do. You need a bit of luck, which they got. But they played well. They had all the best opportunities. They should have had 2 or 3. They were the better team on the day, which is disgusting to admit, but they are. And fair play to them. They had a game plan, they stuck to it, they were disciplined. They didn't give... really, we didn't have many shots on goal. First half, we did some half chances. Carvalho, I know this kid is young. I know he is. I know he only cost 5 million. But if we're going to play him in the fucking Premier League, he's got to be able to, get that under control and get that into the goal. This is Nottingham Forest, not Manchester City, seriously. Salah missed, Bobby missed. But they weren't really great chances. We created fucking nothing. James Milner had a great game when he came on. We took him off for Trent, which was fine. He did good when he came on. And for Hendo, who gave us a little bit more. See, the problem is, it's predictable. Right? Unless we can catch a team on the break, we run out of ideas. So, what could have been different? Well, we miss some players. Again, once you take out the main man out of this team, and without Thiago, we have no rhythm. Now, look, if you were to look at the 3 games, the City game, the West Ham game, and the Forest game, you would have said at the start of them 6 out of 9 points. That's what we got. We just didn't expect to beat City. So, is it worrying? Yes, because the blueprint on how to beat us, especially away from home, is there, So, what could we do to, make sure... Okay, so if you're going to have the ball and all the possession, keep it at the back. Make it a very boring 20 minutes if they're going to act like that. But you first have to start off as fast. So the first 3 or 4 minutes, you got to impress and, scare the living shit out of them. We don't do that when we are away from home. We do that when we're at home, but we don't do that when we're away from home, which again is naive. They were always going to park the bus football. They're third from fucking bottom. They're not going to come out and attack us. Come on. So you need to start fast, and if you don't get a goal, then what you need to do is you need to play across the back line constantly and pull them out. and let the crowd boo. It's going to be boring football. You're going to say we've no creativity. And just as they're lulled into the sense of security to come out, then you got to deliver a ball. And it's got to be controlled, and we've got to, passes got to go to feet, and we've got to move. And it's got to be quick. We don't do that. We pass across. Then we pass up, ball comes back, then it goes across. Then it goes up, then it comes back, then it goes across. Or to the other way. And then the long diagonal ball across the Salah, which everyone knows about now. So what happens is, which they've now copped onto, is that the fucking right back goes out, but the fucking left side of the centre back goes across. So even if Salah beats the right back to it, there's someone to cover it. So that was shored up, you know, pretty easily. We got a bit of joy in that in the first half. Second half, nothing. Look, we could have. I'm not saying we couldn't have scored goals. I'm not saying we couldn't have won the game, but it didn't look like we were going to. I think we could have been there till tomorrow, and they still would have probably beaten us. So congratulations to Nottingham Forest. The players' ratings are just going to be average, I think. I'm just disappointed. Fuck me. Like, why do we do this to ourselves? We make life so fucking difficult. You know, it's going to give everyone else in the rest of the table a lift. First game of the weekend, and we've already dropped points. Like, fuck. Well, you see now, everyone's going to win, and it's going to make the result even worse. And then it's going to be another load of negative shit on the group for another week until we play again. Thankfully, we play again in the Champions League. Again, we only need a point to get through into the last 32 or the knockouts or whatever it's called. So, you know, anything other than a fucking defeat in Amsterdam is a great result. So hopefully we get a win in Amsterdam and we can put this behind us. Difficult day at the office. Unfortunately, we've had quite a few this season. You wouldn't mind if this was isolated, but it fucking isn't. Anyway, congratulations to Nottingham Forest and to their fans. Well deserved. There's no bitterness here. As I said, we could have been playing till tomorrow morning and we still wouldn't have fucking scored.